we are not paying these taxes. We are calling for a boycott on these taxes. Nobody is playing this game no more. We won't pay our taxes until we get a forensic audit on where all our money is going. We're demanding that. We're asking President Trump to send the feds here.
30 seconds.
The DOJ here.
Might have to drop a dime on them niggas.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta stop.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
All right, we back with another video. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, wealth, and a better understanding of self. So in this video, y'all, we're going over how everybody is talking about putting a strike on taxes. So a lot of people are pushing this narrative out as don't pay no taxes because the tax dollars that we are sending to the government, they're using in a way that we don't like it. And it's burning our tax. It's really no reason for us to pay it if it's going to foreign governments. But I want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. I'm going to go over you on some of the statements that the Americans are saying on why they're not paying taxes and we shouldn't be paying taxes. Y'all check it out.
Has anybody else started to reach their breaking point or a boiling point? So this is starting to look like a country that I am no longer proud to have served. I've been working my entire adult life, and I have paid half or more than half back to the government in some way, shape, or form in taxes for the past 30 years. And if you don't believe me, look up everything that you have that is taxed. State income tax, federal income tax, property taxes, payroll taxes, Medicare taxes, Medicaid taxes, sales taxes. Everything is taxed. Everything. And we have a political apparatus where half of them say that if you don't keep us in power, we will steal from you so that we can import people that will. So shut up and go back to work. And another side of the aisle that is either in on it or is totally complete chicken shit and won't do anything about it and won't even try to actually represent the people that vote for them. Is anybody else getting into a point where we feel like we cannot vote our way out of this? Where does that leave us? Because nothing is going to happen about the fraud. Nothing. All of the fraud that Elon Musk and Doge exposed, the Republican Congress put it on the back burner and refused to fucking vote on it. Turned around to the American voter that put them in power and extended one of these. It doesn't matter what we do. This situation is completely freaking unsustainable. Totally and completely unsustainable. It's a waste of time to vote, and it's a waste of energy to pay taxes so that we can give it to people that are going to steal from us. And then we can send it to other countries that hate us. And we can send it to people in the European Union that look down their nose at the American worker and say, good little bitch, go back to work. It's putting us in a helpless situation. And I don't think the people in Washington living in that bubble realize the anger that is fuming outside of the borders of that city. And I am not interested in watching another fucking theatrical congressional hearing where a couple of ballsy Republicans bitch out a fucking corrupt leftist and then nothing happens. Accountability and a fucking tax strike is what needs to happen.
I'm going to show y'all also, Marjorie Taylor Greene is kind of the one who's been, I would say, pushing this. She did a segment on 60 Minutes. She was explaining how there are families that are losing their property from inheritance tax. So this is something that's big because we don't know about all of the details when it comes to paying taxes, but she was kind of breaking it down to where if you have inherent taxes really taking a lot of farms and a lot of generational wealth from families and pretty much wanted to pass it to somebody else. Kind of how we seeing with the immigrants coming to the country. Like we know that they were supposed to do right by the foundation of Black Americans, but then they give money and they give resources to immigrants, probably for votes or probably to replace the foundation of Black America. But here, Marjorie Taylor Greene now suggesting that Americans forego paying their taxes with the intention to force changes to the political system. And I agree with this. I think that in order for us to really have control, we got to tell them what we not do and what they need to do. It's just messed up that now we in this for being a foundation of Black America. We in this time where we want the government to pay for the debt that's owed to us, and they're getting all of these taxes from us, and they're getting all of this money, and he giving away all of this money, and he not giving none to Foundation of Black America. This is what's hurting now, because that tax money is what could have been putting America on its feet, but we using the tax dollars to put other countries in position. So it's just a messed up situation, but we definitely going. I love this no tax. I love this no tax strike.
The second day of the new year, and the 2026 tax revolt is already underway. That's right. People don't want to pay taxes anymore because they don't trust the way the government is spending and tracking our money. The nail in the coffin was obviously the Somalian daycare fraud, but the Pentagon just failed their financial audit for their 8th year in a row. Can you imagine if you did that? No, because you'd be in prison, have all your assets seized, and not be able to take out a loan. According to several reports, the daycare fraud in Minnesota alone is estimated around $9 billion. And President Trump said that the fraud in California is even worse. And I'm just curious, why didn't DOGE catch this? Every year, American taxpayers give the U.S. government about $5 trillion in taxes. To celebrate this, today, our U.S. national debt reaches an all-time high of $38.5 trillion. Just as a fun little comparison, this is Dubai 2 days ago on New Year's Eve, one of the most advanced cities in the world. Look at this. It's beautiful. And how much do their citizens pay in taxes per year? That would be a whopping 0%. Do you think anything's going to come of this, or do you think people are just frustrated and airing their grievances online? Because it's going to be a situation where everybody stops paying taxes, or only a few people do, and then they incur penalties and interest. As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Shout out to everybody who commenting and making their presence known on this no tax 2026. I don't want to pay taxes, and hearing what the Pentagon failed they audit 8 times in a row, you know, a lot of these government, look at the Black Lives Matter move, look at all of these, our organizations and institutions, they're not doing anything. They're running through money. We know that it's just the higher ups, people are getting money, they're getting the money between them and the higher ups, and they're not caring about the programs and everything we got running in America. They don't care. And if taxes wasn't there, it wouldn't be no money that you can manipulate. You couldn't manipulate people money. You get what I'm saying? It would be very hard if that 5 trillion wasn't there. But if we're giving 5 trillion a year and you're 38 trillion in debt, it just shows mismanaging funds at the top. And why would we continue to give money to somebody who's mismanaging funds? It just doesn't make no sense, in my opinion. But I definitely want to know what y'all think in the comment section. And we need more people to stand on business in this. Paying taxes to a government where elected officials are representing foreigners instead of Americans is taxation without representation. So I'm gonna probably have to put a petition out on this, man. You know, probably gonna put a petition out on this. Y'all stay tuned to it. I'm gonna probably put it in the community section, but this is something we got to take serious, man. I love and appreciate y'all. I'm going live tonight at 10:30, man. Y'all tap in. We're gonna talk about standing on business. I love and appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love.
To have a community, you must have 3 things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure. that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax spaces for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.